evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's going on at the Bethel Park Public Library. And we have some fun stuff going on the month of April, so I'm going to let Christine talk about that first, and she can tell you all about the adult programs.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to the winners of our Blind Date with a Book program and also the Winter Reading program. We did random raffle drawings, and Barb Walk won a $25 gift card for participating in Blind Date with a Book. And Diane Swigger won, it's a turntable that converts vinyl into MP3s. That was for the Winter Reading program. So congratulations. Just a few programs going on because we're kind of gearing up for summer, so April and May are kind of slim pickings, but there are some really good things going on. We have a Health Smart Eating Goals, Setting and Keeping Them on Wednesday, April 16th at 7 p.m. This is presented by the Giant Eagle Nutrition Team, and the presentation will explore options for meeting current health smart lifestyle guidelines with food choices and combine health needs with like taste wants. So always what I should eat isn't what I want to eat.
Yes.
So they're going to try and help you make those decisions. And they will also talk about added sugar in foods, salt, and fat. They will address those issues as well.
We've had the Giant Eagle nutritionist come before over to the children's side.
Yes.
It's nice to have that resource so close. I mean,
Yeah.
assuming that's from the Market District.
Yes, and Giant Eagle's been very good at providing, we've even had to call the pharmacist, and so we'll have to, we're going to partner with them some more because they're
definitely.
very willing to be part of
Yes.
the community and help
Yes,
us.
that's great.
We also have a program called Creating Novels, How Fiction Happens. This will happen on Tuesday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. This program is presented by local author Anne Fagan. She'll describe the genesis of her books. She's written several, one of which is set in the Pittsburgh's Hill District section in the 1800s. So she will be here again Tuesday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. for those aspiring writers. Secrets of Low Thyroid Problems, What Your Doctor May Not Be Telling You. This is presented by Dr. Kevin Smith. It's a 1-hour information-packed workshop. Dr. Smith is a thyroid expert, and he will share information about the causes and the cures of low thyroid problems. So some of the symptoms include weight gain or inability to lose weight. Maybe that's the problem.
We were just
Elaine.
talking
We
about
have a
that.
thyroid problem. Even with diet and exercise, brain fog, feeling cold, especially in your hands or feet, tired and sluggish all the time, depression, hair loss, sleep disturbances, low libido, nervousness, irritability, anxiousness, inner trembling, heart palpitations, and dryness of skin.
Wow.
So I guess one
I was
symptom
just say,
is
how
not...
many? You probably have to have 3 or 4 of those symptoms.
I would imagine you'd have to have several. But thousands of people have already learned how to identify and neutralize the hidden causes of thyroid problems, and Dr. Smith will help you do the same. Again, that is Wednesday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. Also, starting Thursdays on April 24th and continuing through June 26th, our Wise Walk program will start up again. So that is Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. The kickoff meeting will be April 24th at the library. So the Wise Walk program is a 10-week walking program geared towards adults 50 and older that we provide We provide participants with pedometers, walking guides, and healthy snacks. Carla, who's a staff member, she will always be with you. We go out to South Park. We meet at the children's playground out at South Park and walk from there. It's a time to make new friends, enjoy the beautiful spring weather in
Yay.
South Park. Hopefully we don't hit an ice storm or another snowstorm. But again, the kickoff meeting will be on Thursday, April 24th at 9:30 a.m. in the library. After that, you will meet at the park. So we ask that you register, or if you need more information, you can talk to Carla. Just give the library a call. And then we also have a program on smartphones. It's called Smartphones, the Basics. And this is presented by the CEO of TechBox. His name is Alex. And he runs TechBox, which is a local computer and electronics business. So he will be doing a free presentation on smartphones, what they can do, how they work, which one's right for you. Should you go with the iPhone? Should you go with an Android? The class is limited to 10 participants, so you need to register, and that program will be held on Thursday, April 24th at 7 p.m. And then we also have a new service that I'm very excited about.
Yes.
Last month, well, February, I guess, we got access to Freegal, so you can download 3 free songs per week. Well, now, beginning April 1st, and this is not an April Fool's joke, you will be able to, you'll have everyone in Allegheny County, all library card holders will have access to Hoopla. So Hoopla allows you to borrow digital media with your library card. You'll have access to thousands of movies, television shows, music that I'm told is different than Freegal, but I haven't used Hoopla yet, so I'm not sure. We don't have access to it yet either.
Right.
And audiobook titles, and all of this is for free. The Hoopla website and the app, I'm told, are easy to use. Like I said, I haven't used it yet, but I was hoping they'd give the staff a little trial before they opened it to the public. But there are unlimited number of copies available, so there's never any waiting list. And if you are a fan of ebooks, you often find that there's a waiting list. We can only have access to so many copies at one time. But with Hoopla, while it is music and audiobooks and not ebooks, it's unlimited access. So you'll never have to wait if there's something that you want to watch.
That's awesome.
I know. So you could start streaming immediately, or you can download a title for later to your phone, your tablet, and you can view it, on the airplane or in the doctor's office, somewhere that you wouldn't have wireless internet access. And at the end of the borrowing period, your materials will automatically be returned, so there's never any late fees. And so they have everything from Hollywood blockbusters to best-selling authors and artists. So you're sure to find something that you'll enjoy, but also they have an extensive catalog of educational materials, children's titles, foreign films, which I really like, and other hard-to-find content that's not offered anywhere else. So all you need is your library card, a web browser, your phone or a tablet or computer. So you can stream or download and enjoy them on your PC, your tablet, your phone, anytime, anywhere. So that is coming April 1st. So watch on our website. We'll have something more about that and a quick link to it. So, and
that's awesome.
Ed will be teaching. Ed, our reference librarian, will be teaching classes if you need help. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But that's what's going on in the adult department.
Great. So on over to children's. We too are kind of slowing down because this is our time to get ready for summer reading. But we do have a couple programs that I wanted to mention. In April, we're doing a Spanish story time for preschoolers. They say when you're wanting to learn a language, really learning it when you're young is the best bet, and that's because the way the brain develops, 0 to 5, actually 0 to 3 years, I think, is when
60% of your brain development occurs.
And that just fascinates me. They're just like little sponges. So now is the time to teach your child, to teach your young one that second language. So we're going to do a Spanish story time, and we're going to be reading some picture books that are both in Spanish and English, and we'll just be introducing some very basic vocabulary and having fun through, song and games. So that's going to run Saturdays in April at 10 a.m. and we do ask that you register. So you can do that, start doing that now. We are taking registration. Then we also have for the older kids, for the K through 4 elementary kids, we're having a Spanish club that will meet Tuesday evenings in May. So May 6th through 27th at 7 p.m. Miss Lynn will lead a Spanish club for older kids. Excuse me. In April, we're doing a game club for elementary age kids. We've tried this before, and we don't always get like a huge crowd, but I want to try it again because there's some great old games out there that I still love playing, and then there's a lot of new games that have come out. I think I've mentioned on the show before that I work part-time at, Learning Express, and I just love seeing all the new games that come in. So we're going to be playing some word games and some math-oriented games, some dice games, and some card games. So if you like playing games, grab your friends and just head on over. Sundays in April at 2 p.m. And then for our tweens and teens, 5th grade and up, we're offering a Facing Identity class Wednesday, April 16th at 7 p.m. Miss Dawn, who teaches a lot of art classes upstairs, is going to teach this class as well. And this is really cool because she's going to take your picture, she's going to take your photo at the start of class, and then you guys will print them out, and then you guys will tear it in half, and you'll have to sketch the other side. So she did this a few years ago, and my son participated in it, and I framed it, so I still have Robert's picture downstairs. It's really cool. So you're looking, you get to study your one half of the face, and you're going to sketch the other, and it really, really makes for a neat piece of artwork.
My art teacher had us do this in either 7th or 8th grade.
You still have it?
I don't know if I still
brought
have
it
it.
in. I should have brought it in.
Yeah, it wasn't a great result.
Okay, that's what I should tell that to the viewers too. It doesn't matter if you can draw well, or if you don't have to be an artist. This is just something to kind of come.
It was the eye, my eye.
Eyes are very hard to draw.
It was really hard.
And I will tell you that Miss Dawn's a great teacher.
Yes, she
so maybe
is.
Miss Dawn can work on that with you. But yeah, she's great, and she'll be there to kind of guide you and give you tips. So yeah, it's really for anybody, not just you artists out there. So check that out on Wednesday, April 16th. And other than that, I just want to say CCA is coming up. So if you signed up for Children's Choice Awards, details will be coming soon about our red carpet event. And then just for everybody, stay tuned for details about summer reading. We're really excited this year for the lineup, and our kickoff is going to be great. We're happy to have Tim Hartman back. He's a phenomenal storyteller that we've had here at the library before, as well as Al Mazing. He's a new magician. He's not new, but he hasn't been to Bethel Park before.
New to us.
Yes, new to us. So we'll have a magic show to kick it all off, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's it. But I just want to say stay tuned, because coming up next, we are very excited to have a local young adult author joining us. His name is Dominic Bianco, and he has written a book entitled The Apparition Saga. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are thrilled to have joining us now Dominic Bianco, local Bethel Park resident and young adult author, and he's here to speak to us a little bit about his new book, his first book, The Apparition Saga. So I was telling Dominic beforehand, we really don't have any questions prepared because, I just kind of want to know everything. So if you just want to start at the beginning and tell us what gave you the idea for the book and how you came to start your writing.
Sure. Thank you very much for having me.
Sure.
The idea for the book came from a dream. I had a dream one night about, running from rooftop to rooftop, and I thought, this sounded like a neat idea. I didn't know where to go with it or how to write it or anything. And I came home and started sitting on my computer and just typing conversations between the character that was running from rooftop to rooftop and other characters, and it
really
started
neat.
from there. Thanks.
Sometimes I'll remember snippets of my dream, but I usually don't remember enough of my dream to actually have a conversation, to remember conversations. But that's awesome.
Thank you.
So how long ago was that dream, and when did you start writing the book?
It was in 2010 that I started writing, and the process of writing, I went from 2010 to 2012, just solely writing, and then from 2012 to 2013, I edited. I was edited by someone else, and went from there.
Okay.
And what is your background?
My background is I wrote for the Bethel Park High School newspaper. We were the first class to bring back the newspaper to the high school, and it was great, and I had a great time with that. And then afterwards, I pursued journalism in college, and decided that although I love journalism, I wanted to do more of a creative writing thing. So that's what I did.
Wonderful.
Is the Bethel Park High School newspaper still going strong?
They are. They're doing great, actually, yeah.
That's awesome, because
Yeah.
I went to Keystone Oaks, and I think they got rid of the keynote, and that really, that saddened me. I hope they eventually bring that back.
Yeah,
so
they were brought back,
kudos
actually.
to you for starting that back up.
Thank you. They were brought back by another classmate of mine from high school.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Good.
So what is the premise of this book, The Apparition Saga?
The premise of the book is about a young guy who I feel like he deals with a lot of things that a lot of teens deal with these days. He wants to believe in himself, but he can't. He struggles with being the best possible version of himself. And one night, something happens to him. And I don't want to give too much away, but something happens to him, and he starts to change. He starts developing superpowers. He starts looking different. and this accident that he's been terrified of for what happened to him really makes him into the man that he wants to be.
And if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, that's a great question. All of them. No, I would. I'd love to fly. I've wanted to fly ever since I've been a little kid.
Me too.
I
love
think I would want
flying
to be able to
dreams.
turn invisible.
That's a good
Invisibility.
one. That's a great one.
It's always a close one between flying and invisibility. Invisibility because I want to see what other people say about me when I'm not there. But then do I really want to know?
It'd be all good stuff.
Why not?
I don't know about that. But flying, like I have flying dreams sometimes,
Yeah.
and they are so fantastic. So I think I'm going to agree.
There you go, you could write a book.
flying.
Yeah.
So the genre then, would you say, I mean, I think I got to read a couple pages and I'm anxious to read the whole novel, but adventure, a little bit of mystery?
You know what? It's. I'd say all that. It's definitely adventure, because there's a whole bunch of different side quests in the book. There's a romance story in the book. There's mystery. You know.
Okay.
So.
Good, so a little bit of
bunch
So it's just like life.
right.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. I thought of something and now I forgot. Oh, talk about like the support that you had for the book. I know your family's been very supportive,
Yeah.
and your friends, your close friends, in getting this off the ground.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, my family and friends, I can't thank them enough. My family's we've always been very close. So when writing the story, it was neat to pick inspiration from them and
Yes.
want to put them in the
Yes.
story. My friends are awesome too. I remember one of the first days I started writing, I was like, I don't know if I have anything here, and every writer and everybody goes through that where they
Sure.
question if it's good
Sure.
enough. And I went to a couple of friends and they were like, yeah, that sounds great. We want to read more. So I just, I can't say enough good about friends and family supporting
Good.
me.
And so some of them do appear in the story?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
they do.
Okay.
A lot
very
of them
good.
do.
Is this a standalone book, or is this main character going to appear in future?
It's not standalone, actually. I'm working on the second book right now. It's the Apparition Saga Rising Sun, and I'm hoping to have that come out sometime later this year. And I have plans for a third and fourth book right now, too.
Wonderful. That seems to be a trend in
Yeah.
young adult fiction, in particular, trilogies and multiple
Yes.
volumes,
Yeah.
Yes.
which I like. If you find a character that you like, it's always good to keep reading what's going on
Absolutely.
in their lives.
Yeah.
Now, you said that a lot of writers run into that. They question themselves, they doubt the quality of the book and if they have enough to start a story.
Right.
So if you could give any advice to young authors out there, or anyone really who's starting, what would your advice be?
That's another great question. I would just say stick with it, and really surround yourself with people who believe in you and give you criticism, and let you know, if they like it or if they don't. But just stick with it, no matter what. There would be so many times where I'd be writing and I was like, oh, this isn't
Right.
what I want to write.
And 2 years is really kind of typical for an author, right? I mean, you don't just crank out a book in a couple months.
Right.
I mean, it's a long process, and I would imagine that you do kind of have to have that. What do I want to say? You have to stick it out. I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be days where you have writer's block, right? And you can't think of what to
Absolutely.
write next. But as long as you stick with it, and I guess, like you said, support from your family and friends, anybody could do it.
Right.
We have a young writers club that meets now Sundays now, 3rd and 4th graders, and they're just having a ball. So right now we're co-authoring a story, and we're trying to make a book.
Oh, that's so cool.
That we can, catalog and put in the library. But I'd love to try one with, older tweens and teens as well.
Elaine has written a book.
Oh, yeah?
I read a picture book a long time ago. I
Very
self-published,
Very
yes.
cool.
But
What's it called?
Dream Sweet Dreams.
Okay.
It started out as a poem for my boys, who are now 14 and 12.
Oh,
So,
very
yeah,
cool.
it's just a short picture book. But, yeah, I mean, I love to write. Unfortunately, I don't really find that much more time to write. I wish I did have more time. But it's a very exciting process.
It is.
Speaking of our tween and teen group, I know you said you were willing to kind of meet with some teens here in Bethel Park.
Absolutely.
So we don't have that date scheduled yet, but I just want to give a shout out to all of our tweens and teens who think they might be interested in reading the Apparition Saga. To kind of just stay tuned for more details. We're going to have a flyer out, and we'll probably do like maybe an email blast. But Dominic here is willing to meet with you guys, talk about the book a little bit more, closely and in detail, and even, offer some pizza and pop. So we'll make a party out of it. But I'm anxious to do that, and we'll
I am
try to
too.
get that scheduled for sometime in May.
And also, you will be making appearances around Pittsburgh. Can you tell us?
I will be. I am going to be doing on April 26th a book signing, a book event at Rickert and Beagle Books in Mount Lebanon. Such a cool bookstore, and I'm very flattered that I get to be there. And then also I'm doing Steel City Con, which is unbelievably cool, April 11th through the 13th.
April 11th through the 13th. Everybody should go to this because we were just in Indianapolis and there was a Comic Con there, and that's what this Steel City Con is similar to.
Yeah.
And people come dressed in character and they are just so into it. And we had so much fun people watching. So I will definitely be going to the Steel City Con.
Yes, we will for sure see you there. I have one more question or comment for you. You have a tagline, right? Your tagline is "Be a Hero."
Yes.
Can you speak to a little bit about what that means and what you want?
I feel like be a hero it can be for anybody. It's not just for a superhero in my book. It's not for, it can be if you see somebody getting bullied. It can be if someone needs help and you can help them in any way. And that's the main thing with the story that I wanted to convey is the second tagline for the second book is everyone wears a mask. And it's a little bit of a metaphor because I want every reader to feel empowered and to feel like they can be a hero themselves and they don't need a mask like Angelo in the book.
I think that's great. So living to your fullest potential, really, like you said earlier, being the best person you can possibly be.
Right.
And bringing out the good in others and doing so. That's great. Do we have any other questions?
I
Just
do not.
that we are honored to be accepting a copy of the Apparition Saga, a signed copy from Dominic. So it'll be available shortly once it's cataloged, and we encourage you to start reading and check it out. Thanks so much for being on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And be a hero.
Be a hero. Well, as always, everyone, thank you for joining us on this episode of Check It Out. We look forward to seeing you next month. Remember, if there's any other information you would like about any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you can always give us a call.
Or visit our website.
Or better yet, stop in and see us in person.
We will leave you today with a segment from our fall Wise Walk. There's some, so you can see how people enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you on April 24th for the Wise Walk kickoff.
Take care.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Carla McGee from Bethel Park Library Older Adult Services. Today you're joining us at Wise Walks. It's a program for adults 55 and over where we meet for 10 weeks and walk. Everybody in the program gets a pedometer, a t-shirt, and a lot of enjoyment. We track our steps daily for 10 weeks and record them to see what our grand total is. This program is a lot of fun for the adults, and they also get to learn a lot about fitness, health. We provide articles and information, healthy snacks, and beautiful scenery and beautiful conversation.
My name is Angelo Zachariah. We joined the Wise Walk several years ago, and the best thing we could have done, keep us in shape and enjoy the company of these wonderful people. And Carla is our new leader, and she seems to be right up there with us, and that is great.
The program runs from April to July, and then again for 10 weeks in the fall. If you look in the chronicles, you'll see the fall program and the dates that we begin. We will meet in South Park again for the fall walk, so if you'd like to join us for that one, please call and sign up. We meet Thursday mornings and at 9:30 and usually walk for about an hour. We meet at South Park, and right now we're meeting at the community house parking lot by the gazebo because of construction along Corrigan Drive. If the weather's bad and we have rain, we go to the Bethel Park Community Center and walk the track together. We're also going to be taking 2 downtown Pittsburgh walking tours where we'll meet at the library, take the trolley together, and have a tour of some of the historic areas in downtown Pittsburgh. And it also adds steps to your pedometer.
My name is Irmgard Ryan. I live in Bethel Park, not very far from here. And this park is very, very familiar to me. I've walked here since 1972.
There's some very level paths and also some hills for people who want more of a challenge. And as well, it's beautiful, shady. And this loop right here around the gazebo and pond is about 3/4 of a mile. We usually walk it about 3 times, which gives us, roughly a 2-mile loop. So some of our people walk fast, some are medium, and some are slow. So whatever your speed, there's always someone to join in with.
I joined the Wise Walk because as I'm getting older, you are more alone. I lost my husband, and that's a very nice group of people that have the same interests I have, walking when we are here.
Currently, we have over 25 people walking with us every week. It's a great time. It's great for your health, great for your memory, and you get to build wonderful friendships.
They are very nice people. Carla is our new leader this year. We are very happy with her. And Mary, if you hear or see this, we wish you well. You were here last year and you guided us well. Thank you.
If you would like to join Wise Walks in the fall or next spring, or if you'd even like to join us to finish this spring's session, please call the library at 412-835-2207. Or you can stop in at any time and sign up at the circulation desk.